First at 5, a Target 12 investigators exclusive. Rescue runs.
The Washington Bridge crisis has presented a fresh set of challenges for local fire departments, increasing travel times to and from Providence hospitals for cities and towns on the opposite side of the bridge.
Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the details. Tim?
The good news is fire chiefs say that adding that third lane in both directions has improved transport times, but for months, East Bay fire departments had to change how they operate and sometimes where they brought patients. Roughly 3,700 times a year, a Bristol Fire Department rescue responds to an emergency, often transporting someone to a hospital. The most serious medical situations are sent to Rhode Island Hospital, a level 1 trauma center, or Hasbro in Providence.
You're stuck in that traffic just like everybody else.
But Bristol Fire Chief Michael DeMello says the Washington Bridge situation means they now consider hospitals east of the Seekonk River when traffic is bad.
I'd say 50% of our transports probably go to the Providence area.
What were they before?
Probably closer to 60. 65%. So there's been a little bit of a reduction.
Data from the Department of Health shows in the weeks immediately after the westbound Washington Bridge closure, there was a slight uptick in rescue runs from some East Bay fire departments to Newport Hospital and Charlton Memorial and St. Anne's hospitals in Fall River. Patients needing critical intervention were still sent to Providence, but DeMello says that meant the turnaround time when a rescue truck is back in service for the town increased.
We do monitor the traffic cams that DOT has just to kind of give us situational awareness so that during those times, if we're busy and things are happening, that we can make some decisions.
Ground zero for the Washington Bridge crisis is East Providence.
We knew it was going to impact EMS, especially transporting to Rhode Island Trauma Center, but we still had the other bridge of which to cross at the Henderson.
Chief Michael Carey says his department didn't change much where they transported patients to, but they dealt with other headaches.
Seemed like everybody was dumping off on Broadway here, and we were gridlocked in the city.
Target 12 cameras captured the fallout of that gridlock, drivers inching their way to 195 West, blocking the driveway to a fire station on Broadway, causing a delay for a fire truck trying to leave. Carey says Ride Up put up signs telling people not to block the department's driveway.
Some people will stop, some people won't stop. Is it aggravating? Yes.
Both DeMello and Carey acknowledge the next 2 years, or possibly more, are going to present a challenge for East Bay departments, and they have a message for motorists.
We just ask for their patience. We're trying to get a job done. We treat every person that we encounter, and we help as a family member. Maybe if they looked at it as their family member was in our vehicles, help us out, help us get through.
Coming up, new at 6, not a Toyota Camry.
It is definitely not, so it's definitely wide.
The new bridge configuration means 2 of the 3 lanes are the exact width of most rescue trucks, and ambulances have been involved in fender benders. We'll have that for you coming up in the next hour. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
New details now in a Target 12 investigation. Rescue runs.
The Washington Bridge crisis has meant an increase in car accidents, including with ambulances trying to get to and from Providence hospitals.
Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the exclusive details. Tim?
Fire chiefs will tell you adding that additional third lane in both directions improved travel times and getting patients to Providence area hospitals, but it came at a cost. Lanes that are as wide as some of the rescue trucks themselves. Traffic jams and narrow lanes on the Washington Bridge has meant more car crashes.
We knew it was going to impact EMS.
Data shows the East Providence Fire Department responded to 28 car crashes on the Washington Bridge in the 5 months before the bridge's closure. In the 4 months after, East Providence went to 48 motor vehicle accidents, a 71% increase. East Providence Fire Chief Michael Carey says when the third lane opened in both directions, transport times to Providence improved dramatically, but the lack of maneuverability has had a side effect: rescue trucks themselves involved in fender benders.
More accidents with our vehicles because it was a little bit tighter, but they're all low speed minor, just vehicles trying to get out of the way so our vehicles get through.
This is a picture from one of those accidents. An East Providence rescue crunched from a minor collision on the Washington Bridge in March.
So far, a mirror or two is all we've lost.
Bristol Fire Chief Michael DeMello says they've experienced the same thing. Here are images of a banged up mirror from one of their rescues damaged while on the Washington Bridge.
Anytime you put that volume of traffic in a narrow area, I would say it's not unexpected to see increased motor vehicle collisions. It's certainly something that we're concerned about. Bigger trucks.
Consider this. From mirror to mirror, this Bristol rescue is about 10 feet wide. That's the width of the two left lanes of the Washington Bridge. The far right is 11 feet wide. These aren't skinny.
Nope, they're not skinny. Maneuverability becomes an issue when in that tight traffic, where you do have a bigger vehicle and you just can't cut back and forth like a Camry. Certainly something that we've communicated to our personnel.
DeMello points out motorists are programmed to move to the right when an ambulance with lights and sirens appears in their rearview mirror.
So it kind of puts us in the opposite of what everyone is taught.
So you're going to want your rescues to go to the right lane.
Yeah, because that'll be the bigger lane.
But DeMello says ambulances will use whatever lane will get the patient to the hospital quickly and safe. Carrie says motorists need to play their part too.
We just ask for their patience. We're trying to get a job done. Help us out. Help us get through.
As we reported at 5, East Bay Fire Departments made the decision to transport some patients to Fall River and Newport hospitals because of the bridge crisis. If you missed that report, you can catch it on WPRI.com. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.